Good evening, everybody. I'm just reminiscing about something very, very special, something very meridic that happened 51 years ago tonight. I'm going to preface it with telling you something a little funny, but because it was so late before Pesach and I had a house full, Baruch Hashem, of little children, I had a minhag that the last few days before Pesach I didn't have any Chometz in the house. I used to take them to the Lichtiken restaurant on Kingston Avenue, which was the one and only restaurant on Kingston Avenue at the time, that they should eat, because my house was free from Chometz and I wanted them to eat a good supper. I'm in this restaurant with our 6 children, and suddenly Rabbi Groner's son, one of the twins, I don't know which one, came and said to me, "Mrs. Sternberg, my father said you should be in 770 in 15 minutes. I said, "Why?" He said, "I don't know. He just said you should be there." So I told my oldest daughter, who was just 11 years old, "You watch the kids, I'm coming right back." And I went to 770. I come to 770, and thousands of people were there because it was Yud Gimel Nisan at night, and the Rebbe was coming back from the Leil, and he was going to take Mayim Shalanu, and everybody wanted to watch the Mayim Shalanu. So the whole place was full of people, and I'm supposed to go into 770, but it's all crowded. Till I noticed a cousin of mine, I said, "Please make a pathway for me to be able to go in." He made a path, and I come into 770, which was empty, except Rabbi Klein was there. And I said to Rabbi Klein, "Why am I here?" He said, "The Rebbe wants to see you." And I couldn't imagine what that means. He tells me to go into Ganei Hatach. I go in, and I see in one corner is Rabbi Yosef Weinberg, Olav Shalom, and he's wearing a gartel, which told me he's going into the Rebbe. But I couldn't imagine why I'm there with him. What have we got to do with each other? Even though I knew him very well, but I was not going to ask him. In the other corner was Reb David Raskin, Olav Shalom, also wearing a gartel. So I assumed he's also going to Yechidus. Then why is he there? And then in the third corner was Rabbi Yankov Yehuda Hecht, Olav Shalom, and he's also wearing a gartel. I really did not know what's happening, but I was too shy to ask them why they are there, because I didn't know why I was there. And after about 5 minutes, the Rebbe comes in, and the Rebbe had a key to his door, and as he was opening the door, he looked at us, he shook with his head, as if to say, "Oh, you're here." He didn't say it, he just shook with his head, and he went in, followed by Rabbi Chodakov and Rabbi Groner. And we were standing still in Ganei Hatach. And after a few minutes, Rabbi Groner comes out and tells us to go in. I had no clue why I'm going in, especially with these 3 Rabbanim. I come in, all of us are standing, and the Rebbe gives us a very big smile. And the Rebbe said, "Be'emes hab ich gedacht machen a lichtige Shnturem, a lichtige Verbringen, zu machen a lichtige Shnturem, wegen the Ingen for Neir Shabbos Kodesh." The Rebbe went on to say that because this year women and girls have an opportunity to light candles 3 times in a row, being that the first Seder night is Wednesday night, and the second is Thursday night, and right away it's followed by Shabbos, the Rebbe was supposed to make a Lichtige Shnturem. But because it's the night of Bedikas Chometz, he said he has a shaila to be makil people, take them away from the mitzvah. So he's telling us that we should make this Shnturem. He told us that it has to be bar chava. We shouldn't look at how much it costs. We should just use any media possible. We should use newspapers, radio, television, whatever we can to get the message out to everybody. And then the Rebbe told us the famous story about the Tzemach Tzedek, that in his house he had no furniture that was painted or shellac. He had very simple planks of wood. And once somebody went and wanted to give him a beautiful present, a very beautiful piece of furniture. And the Tzemach Tzedek said he has no use for that, but to give it to his son, Reb Shmuel, the Rebbe Marash, because he likes things b'har chava. So we should learn from this that we should do everything b'har chava. And then the Rebbe realized he's giving us a very difficult job so close to Yontif. And he told us he wants to hear from us tomorrow. We should send him a duch, and he hopes it will be very successful. And then the Rebbe had on his desk a box of matchbooks that the Rebbe had asked somebody to produce, or I don't know how it came. Very beautiful matchbooks that the Rebbe had. It said on it Yud Aleph Nisan for the Rebbe's birthday. And the Rebbe took the matchbooks and he put his initials on the inside of the matchbook, and he gave one to Rabbi Chodakov, and then he gave one to each of the 3 other rabbis, and then he gave one to me. And he gave us again a very big bracha that we should be matzliach, and we should let him know a report. As we walked out, the meantime, we heard that everybody outside is standing and waiting to hear what did the Rebbe call these people in for. And as soon as they heard what it was about, they calmed down. They heard it was about Ner Shabbos Kodesh. Rabbi Chodakov told us not to go home. We should all wait after Ma'ariv. Right now it's going to be Ma'ariv. We should have a meeting. And we sat down and we had a meeting, and we all came up with different ideas. Rabbi Hecht over Shalom said that he was going to contact the Yiddish station, that he can speak an English language, but on the Jewish station, especially for the Jewish people that lived in New York. Rabbi Weinberg over Shalom said he was going to take care of the Yiddish station, and every 15 minutes there was going to be a message on the Yiddish station to remind people about lighting Shabbos and Yontif candles. Somebody told us that Rabbi Shraga has connections with television, with a certain station, and we should contact them to do something on television station. We actually had 2 different television stations filming things to do with the first Seder night, and a very, very interesting, beautiful story about, like a news item that tonight is the first Seder, and showing all the preparation for the Seder, and saying that the Seder starts with Lichtiken, that every woman and girl lights candles, and this year we have it 3 times in a row. We had another television come to shoot at the matzah bakery and show how people are baking matzahs in honor of the Seder, which starts tonight, and etc. The same story about lighting candles. That's how we start the Seder. Somebody told us an idea that we could fly a plane with a banner telling people to light Shabbos and Yontif candles. And we were able to fly a plane, only in Long Island. You can't do it in Manhattan because of the skyscrapers, but in Long Island, and they printed a banner saying Jewish women and girls light Passover candles. Wednesday night it's at the time, and Thursday night and Friday Shabbos candles. We also reached out and we got hold of, interesting, at that time, I don't think today could be done, all the Democratic people that voted on the Democratic ticket, all registered Democrats at that time were Jewish people. And we were able to get a printout of all the registered Democrats, their names, addresses, and phone numbers. And we gave people printout sheets, and they took it home. Ladies from the community came to my house. Each one took a sheet that had 100 names on it, and they said they're going to call people to remind them and tell them about lighting Shabbos candles. Rabbi Chodakov told us that we should get the boys on the tanks to take candlesticks and brochures and candles to the hotels, that so many people go to hotels that lavdafka, they have candles there for everybody because they're not such religious hotels, but people like to go for the Passover experience. We should make sure that they have enough candles. So boys went in the middle of the night to the country, to all the different hotels, and to the New Jersey shore. They were there by 8 o'clock in the morning to give them enough candles and candlesticks for all the people that are going to be there. Of course, people went out into Neshek in the street corners. They went out to different neighborhoods, and everybody was busy that Friday because they knew the Rebbe wanted.
You mean Wednesday?
Shnturem.
You mean Wednesday?
That Wednesday, I'm sorry, that Erev Yontif. So I wish everybody listening to this, if you have an ability to reach out to... Of course, we reported to the Rebbe right away. We told the Rebbe everything we did. The Rebbe was very happy.
Before Yom Tov started?
Of course, before Yom Tov. Everything we reported to the Rebbe. I always reported right away, and the Rebbe was very happy. And I'm just wishing that anybody who listens to this, if you have any opportunity to make a Lichtiken Sternberg, even if it's with one person or one family or one neighborhood, whatever you can do, you will be making the Rebbe very happy, and you'll be fulfilling what the Rebbe wanted. Chag Kosher Sameach to everybody.